Side that's been biting at their heels for several seasons now. Commentary comes from Martin Carney and Marty Morrissey.
It's the same Dublin team that started against Westmeath, which means Michael Dara, Macaulay and Keane O'Sullivan are once again first choice midfielders for the Blues. The captain, of course, is goalkeeper Stephen Cluxton. There are 3 late changes on the Kildare team: goalkeeper Shane Connolly, centre-back David Hyland and full forward Sean Hurley all replace Mark Donlan, Morgan O'Flaherty and Tomás O'Connor. The team captain for Kildare is Eamon Callahan. Here comes Eoin O'Flaherty, getting by the initial challenge and breaking that through. Has a chance of taking a score from there, and that is over the bar. Really good score by Eoin O'Flaherty. Going forward, he broke the tackle initially, got by that, and then had the confidence to keep going, and then steadied himself and shot. Emmett Bolton sending it down towards Johnny Doyle. There's a 2-man full forward line. It's a diagonal ball aimed at Paddy Bro. Shane Connolly. Unexpected choice between the posts. We all thought it was going to be Mark Donlan. James McCarthy comes from the right half back, gives it to Kilkenny. Look at McCarthy again on the 20, on the 13, off the butt of the post. He scored a spectacular goal a couple of seasons ago against Wexford at that very end, that Davin end. Coming from deep inside his own half-back line, the layoff from Kilkenny. Here comes the rocket, the butt of the post. And Kildare goes for a long ball. Emmett Bolton sending it down towards Johnny Doyle. There's a 2-man full forward line. It's a diagonal ball aimed at Paddy Brophy. Minor last year for Kildare. Student of Maynooth. He gets inside the cover. Here comes the shot. Here comes the goal! Brilliant play by the Lily Whites and the teenager from Southbridge. What a start. 6 minutes, 21 seconds. We've been waiting for the first score from Kildare, and look at this.
Great diagonal ball that time. Johnny Cooper left in the flat of his back. Great composure from Paddy Brophy. Kept the ball on the ground, made use of the slippy surface and stuck it in the corner. Great start for...
It's a test of character for Dublin. Kildare have been relishing waiting in the long grass since they got hammered by Dublin in the National Football League in March. Here comes Brophy again. Already scored a goal. Make it 1-1. Eoin O'Flaherty with the first point. Paddy Brophy with a goal and a point. And we only have 7 minutes gone in the first half.
What an enterprising start from both sides. Great football, great use of the foot pass, wonderful movement, very entertaining stuff. But John Cooper in the corner, twice he has lost his footing, twice Brophy has exploited it.
Diarmuid Connolly down towards Brendan Brogan. Ball is knocked away. Back there is Michael Foley, former All-Star full-back in 2011, playing in the centre in this Leinster semi-final. Knocked away on this occasion. There's Michael Dara Macaulay. Diarmuid Connolly given a lot of space. To his right, available is Kieran Kilkenny. Still Connolly, sending it into the centre. Here's Paul Mannion! What a response! What a goal! Paul Mannion doing what Paddy Brophy did just about a minute and a half ago.
Great unselfishness at that time, it must be said, from Diarmuid Connolly. Left the ball to Mannion and Mannion did the rest. But what a start to this game. Full of quality football from both sides, going out of the backline for Kildare.
Here comes Kenny Andrews. Breaks that initial challenge as well. Down towards Bernard Brogan. He's the man that can score from any angle. It's his first point in this Leinster semi-final. But already he won the hard ball, the dirty ball as such. Got through the challenge and despite the intense pressure, still managed to shoot a very fine point.
Yes, that's 2 dirty balls he's won. Remember the great one he...
Michael Dara Macaulay. Long ball down towards Paul Mannion. Goal scorer, supreme. 13 is on his back. 1-1 is on the score sheet for the Kilmacud Crokes man. just got away from his marker. And look at that confidence that he brings to the table.
Yes, and what also is very noticeable, Marty, it's very, very honest game, like very much man-to-man football. No such thing as sweepers or anything else obvious so far.
Level for the first time in this Leinster semi. He may be surrounded by teenagers like Niall Kelly and Paddy Brophy, but Doyle at 35 is still a danger. And on this occasion, he's proven it with his first point in this match. And Kildare are back in front. He had to work hard here. He had the composure, the confidence, and the accuracy. Bernard Brogan out around midfield gathering possession. Kieran Kilkenny. Michael Dara McCauley. Paul Mannion. Peter Kelly right beside him as well. Michael Dara McCauley. Little jink inside on its way. And he's gone towards the 13! And he drives it wide, but there has been a deflection. There's a little bit of pushing and shoving going down at the Hill 16 end. And Stephen Cluxton wasn't in any way aware of it. Daniel Flynn needs the help and support of Niall Kelly. The pass is not a good one. Away goes Cian O'Sullivan. Again, difficult conditions with that rain, which thankfully has stayed off. And here goes Paul Mannion on his bike inside the 13. Kieran Kilkenny with the support and the first point for Kilkenny in this particular semi-final.
Yeah, that's a wonderful piece of interplay that time. Kilkenny, I think it was a Mannion, very unselfish Mannion, good score from Kilkenny, but Michael Darren McCauley in the middle of the pitch, I think, is in a bit of trouble, Marty, for Dublin. Very, very defensively, but it's been the opposite.
Lots of little niggling off the ball stuff as Cluxton takes the fray, and that's his second work. He has the ball in his hand, gets it inside first, Kieran Kilkenny. To his left is Mannion, still Kilkenny! But there were options available. He had Bernard Brogan and Paul Mannion, but Kieran Kilkenny.
Now a chance to narrow the gap.
Dead straight in front of the posts. It's a simple tap over for Johnny Doyle. Well won by Ono Flaherty. Diagonal ball over towards Niall Kelly. 1-1. Well won by Darren Daly. Cian O'Sullivan. James McCarthy has gone for a quick overlap pass, which he has now received. Pumps the ball down the middle. And again, look at McGrillen. Battling with Paddy Andrews. David Hyland is there as well. Hyland slipping. Andrews maintains his composure. Difficult enough angle. Great atmosphere in Croke Park. Jack McCaffrey going forward, heading towards the D. Make it to 20, now to 13. Connolly saves magnificently. Rebound comes to Paddy Andrews. Will they be satisfied with a point as a consolation prize? Undoubtedly. Paddy Andrews with his first point in this semi-final, but brilliant goalkeeping by Shane Connolly.
Brilliant goalkeeping, certainly a wonderful attack by Jack McCaffrey. Connolly anticipated it very well, but talk about the quality of that break from the half-back line. That was frightening, the pace he generated.
Now, was that a foul? It was indeed, it had to be, by Johnny Doyle. Kieran Kilkenny. Kildare will be anxious not to concede before the break. 1 minute of injury time at a time now played. Jack McCaffrey, Dermot Connolly, there's a chance for Bernard Brogan! What about that? Absolutely magnificent play by Dublin, patient, great interpassing, and then at the very end, right man, right place, Bernard Brogan.
Talk about mature forward play and delightful clinical finishing by Brogan.
At half-time in the second of the Leinster senior football semi-finals, Dublin leading Kildare by 2 goals and 7 points to 1 goal and 5 points. As I'm sure Pat Spillane and Colin Morocco will agree, it was getting fairly intense and tasty during that first half. Great stuff. On the sideline as well, apparently, between the two managers, there was a bit of an incident after about 5 or 7 minutes of that game. The goal by Bernard Brogan, Pat, is this the goal that's going to cost Kildare the match?
It probably is, you know. Kildare got a great start, went 1-2 up after 7 minutes. Then only scored 3 points in the next 28 minutes, and would have been happy to have been only 2 points down coming to half time. But this was a killer blow. But it illustrates the variety in Dublin's play, their teamwork, their support play, and there were some lovely quick hands. This is a lovely reverse pass into Bernard Brogan and a goal. You know, look at this for quick hands. Lovely reverse pass and a great finish, because Dublin dominated 25 minutes of that game, Michael. Spurned 4 goal-scoring chances, so should be at least 5 points up. But can I just say this, Michael? I mean, this is a quality game of football. This is a decent game of football. But you can ask why. It's only the 3rd match this year we've seen Division 1 teams operating, and the intensity, the pace, the quality. I mean, in a car analogy, this is Formula 1 in terms of pace and intensity. The game before that had its more.
Comes well off his goal line, gives it to Michael Dara McCauley. Ger Brennan, Diarmuid Connolly, Michael Dara McCauley. Where's Paul Flynn? Paul Cribben again, not afraid to go into the tough challenges, brave and courageous. Swings the possession Kildare's way. He's on the 20, heading towards the 13, and that's over the bar. 5 points down at the break. It's now 4. But all due to Paul Cribben's work rate, and indeed at the end of it all, good finish.
Yeah, and
Free to Dublin because the referee felt the Kildare defender was fouling and holding on to Connolly, so that he actually couldn't execute the pass. Ger Brennan takes it, aims at Owen O'Gara. Lovely little flick. I did like that, though, I have to say, Mr. O'Gara. Back far is Kieran Kilkenny. There are options available. Still Kilkenny, despite the best efforts of Hugh McGrillen, who was possibly fouling him. Kilkenny.
And it made up for some of the slips he had early on when the surface actually did him no favours.
Fine kick out by Stephen Cluxton finds Bernard Brogan. It's the first live Hawkeye we've had on television, as Ger Brennan is in a centre forward, not centre back position, and he gets a point.
It's a fabulous score, Marty. Talk about quality handling that time. In the first case, just and the layoff, and Brennan up in an attacking position drove.
Once you come anywhere near the 50th minute of the match, Dublin start emptying their bench. Comes Stephen now with the kick and the point. That's 3 out of 4. They dare take the kick out, but they're not winning these kick-outs. Dublin taking control. Paul Flynn to Bernard Brogan. Great block down. The rebound comes for Kieran Kilkenny. What can he do? He can raise another white flag. His 4th of the game. And gradually, Dublin are finding their momentum, finding their rhythm, and they're stretching their lead more. Pumping it forward for Owen O'Gara. O'Gara has the time to make a bit of a turn. Gives it to Paul Mannion. The rain is gone, the sun is out. And here comes O'Gara. Great score. First point for him. Proving Jim Gavin's tactical astuteness. His form in training, from what I hear, has been very impressive, and it's reflected with this, because he has to bend his back and there's a danger of picking the ball off the ground. Sean Hurley is there. There's a bit of a boy trying to break through the cover. The ball comes loose. Michael Dara McCauley is in there. So too is Kevin Nolan. And away come Dublin with Kevin McMiniman. Eamon Callaghan trying to stay with him. He's a bundle of energy, and McMiniman has only one thing in his mind: get to goal, lay it off, and Diarmuid Connolly scores. It's simple, it's beautiful, and it's easy for Dublin. And Hill 16 rejoice. But McMiniman has this strength, physique, and football ability to break down defences. His unselfishness meant he laid it off to Connolly, who cracked a simple goal.
And it's frightening, Marty. I can add to that for all the other teams looking in at the moment.
Down towards Paddy Brophy. Gone inside is Paul Cribben, and that's going over the bar. Second point for Paul Cribben. The complexion on the scoreboard is not going to change significantly when it reads.
At that time, O'Neill, you know, rugby tackle is not the place to do it.
Dropping ball for O'Nogara with Hugh McGrillen. Still O'Gara gets by the challenge and sends it over the bar. 2 points for O'Nogara, and you feel that Kildare's goose is cooked in Croke Park.
Yes, as well.
Fionn Dowling. Good play again by Dublin, and there's a counter-attack on. 1, 2, 3, 4 Dublin players. Add in O'Nogara. There's goal written all over this, and a good save. Very good save by Shane Connolly. There's more trouble coming, I'm afraid. Paul Mannion.
He did the rest.
Paul Mannion's effort is well wide. Darren Daly to James McCarthy. Here's McMenamin. He wants the ball. Hugh McGrillen will do well to put the shackles on McMenamin. McMenamin is creating chances. And then he just... Well, there was a bit of a hand trip there, Kevin, now. You shouldn't have done that. Kevin McMenamin again, laying it off this time to James McCarthy. Pádraig O'Neill chasing. Here's Michael Darragh McCauley! And it's off the crossbar. More pressure, more trouble. Here's Flynn. Side netting. Point in this Leinster semi-final. Looks good from here, and it certainly is. Before a crowd of...
Path now to, you know, rejuvenate and to resurrect the spirits of that outfit.
Effort by Dean Rock, just dropping a little bit short for Shane Connolly. Paul Mannion, Dean Rock, trouble on its way. O'Nogara. It's becoming embarrassing from a Kildare perspective for the fans on Hill.
It's a massacre.
It's unequivocal. It's very emphatic. It's impressive. No question whatsoever. Dublin are the team to beat on a full-time score. Dublin, 4 goals and 16 points. Kildare, 1-9.
You know, we knew going into the game was going to be, you know, a very tough encounter, and I think the first half proved that. We just got a few scores in the second half and just kind of pulled away from them. So yeah, we're happy with the result.
We seemed to fall apart in the second half. You know, goal either side of half time just seemed to tear the stomach out of the boys and just went from bad to worse.
We are where we want to be. You know, we've 2 games down now, and we've a big game in 2 weeks against Meath, so looking forward to it.
Well, it was an extraordinary game, wasn't it, after the dramatic start, Eamon?
Yeah, fantastic game. You know, Kildare had scored 1-2, and I think we're all expecting a really, really good game. And you know, Kildare had really started brightly, but you know, after that, just Dublin started just to take over, and up to the 36th minute, you know, they outscored Kildare 2-9 to 4 points, and it was virtually impossible for Kildare to stop them. They were coming at all angles. You know, there was so much space. The game itself was very difficult to actually analyse at times. There was defenders all over the place. There were nobody holding their actual positions. They were constantly running all over the place. But you know, in terms of how Dublin played, they were very assured again. You know, they were coming off the shoulder constantly. Players were you know showing massive pace, massive desire, and you know, for them to score 4-15, 4-10 of that from play, you know, watch out whoever they're going to take on in the future.
And the interesting thing, you tried counting the amount of goal chances, and you had to give up nearly.
I'm a long time watching these games at this level. I have never come across a team that has produced so many goal chances. We got it to 10 in the first half. We went through it forensically in the first half. 10 goal chances, and they took 2. And these are outstanding goal chances. They have a little bit of work to do in terms of developing the free man, and we will get a chance to have a look at it here. It's a lovely chance for Kieran Kilkenny. Now, he opts to fist it over, but if he goes left, or if he goes left now again to Bernard Brogan, you know, he can head that into the net if he wants to. but he elects to punch it over. Bernard Brogan not too happy with them, but Jack McCaffrey has every reason not to be too happy with Bernard Brogan now in a second. Again, we stopped this to show how easy it is to develop. Just complete the triangle. That's very basic coaching. It's all about timing and technique of your hand pass. And he just slips that to Bernard. He slips it back, just lobs it over. He has that in the net. But they got 10, and I think they got at least 10 in the second half. And that's a team that generated today against the 4th-ranked team, we'll say, from the league standings, 20 goal chances. It's phenomenal.
Phenomenal. So while their attack is on fire, you were very impressed with their defending as well.
Yeah,
Eamon.
defending was, it's probably made it a little bit easier with how the Kildare approached the game. Tomas O'Connor actually wasn't selected today, but their approach play usually is the high ball in. You can see it here, and Rory O'Carroll just breaks it down. It's very, very simple and very, very easily. But this is one of the next points here. This is one of the best pieces of defending I've seen this year so far. High kick out. You can see there Jack McCaffrey is actually is circled there. Yeah. Now Paul Cribbin gets this ball and is away, 5 yards ahead of him. Dublin are 7-8 points, and that's just a textbook tackle. To show that desire 7-8 points up, it's just amazing.
Pace.
And, that's exactly it's pace to be able. If somebody else is a little bit slower, they'll be pulling at the jersey, and then it'll be a free in. But that desire, that work rate is just phenomenal by Dublin. But Kildare played into their hands on numerous occasions.
Briefly, Kevin, is this a better Dublin team than won the All-Ireland? It's a different style, certainly.
Well, the team that won the All-Ireland, to state the obvious, won the All-Ireland. This team hasn't completed that task yet, but on all known form, they are in a great position to do so if they keep this going.
And Kildare, Eamon, where are Kildare in your view?
Kieran McGinney has done some very, very good work with them, but I just feel that they've, maybe today they felt they were probably beaten going into the game, even though they had a great start. They just didn't show that desire. Didn't even try to create a bit of a row or something like that. And there's no hot spot just to try and upset Dublin a little bit. I feel it may have slipped back a little bit. They're not in the top 6. I had them at 7 myself. But I think they're just sort of falling back a little bit now at the moment. They're relying an awful lot on
They've been a good qualifier team traditionally, though. So they will know they're still alive.
Interesting insight to Kevin's tactics, or Eamon's tactics, about when things are going wrong.
Create a hotspot.
A hotspot. All right, that's our word for the night. Time to name our man of the match. Kevin, you have the nominees for this.
Yes, and they're all from, as you would imagine, the Dublin side. Ger Brennan was our first nominee. Very solid, held the position, attacked when he got the chance. I was very impressed with him. Jack McCaffrey, we saw pace from him today, but in his overall game, defensively and attack, really outstanding. And I thought young Kieran Kilkenny, adding to McCaffrey now, these young fellas coming through, a very mature performance, did all the simple things well. And there are 3 nominees.
OK, and our man of the match, Eamon, is?
We went with our St Vincent's clubman, Ger Brennan. He was outstanding all throughout, very, very dominant throughout the game, and he pitched in with a point near the very, very end. OK, so he's our winner. Well done to Ger Brennan. Let's hear from him.
Well, Jerry, you must be delighted to be through to another Leinster final.
Absolutely, yeah. We've been working hard all year towards the championship, and obviously we do take each game as it comes, and ultimately you want to win your provincial championship and then go on from there. So very happy with the result, yeah.
It was a very impressive display from Dublin all over the field.
Well, we work hard in training on all aspects of our game, attacking and defending, and I suppose there is times when it comes off, it does look well, but still a lot I think we need to do defensively, and also attacking, we need to be converting more of those goal chances.
Well, Jerry, you are the RT Super Value Man of the Match, and Danny Harkin from Super Value will now present you with your award.
Thanks so much.